Good day, everyone. Welcome to Iprologic.com. So today we're going to give you another blast from the past. We're going to give you another video tutorial on how to use the tracker and really compound a realistic profit every single half hour or every single hour. If used properly, correct management, discipline, and of course having the proper bankroll, there should be no reason you should not be able to make anywhere upwards of $100 an hour or more. Again, one thing we want to say before we get into this is you have to take breaks. No one can beat a casino all day long. Of course, you can have some winning sessions. We'll be able to make a profit, set a target, set a goal, get out, reset everything, come back later. What we recommend, and we always have recommended for all of our clients, is as soon as you've made a profit of $10 or more, if you're using $1 units, so which is 10 units or more, get out. Take a break, come back. You can do that all day long and make money. Now, if you're playing with 10 cents, obviously 10 units or more is only $1. But if you have a bankroll of 500 or 1,000 or more, playing with 10 cents is a moot point because you're actually spending more time to make, the kind of money that someone else playing with $1-based bets make. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right in. We'll show you exactly what we're talking about in a quick session. Okay, so before we begin, many of you who are current subscribers, who have been customers with us for years, and even some of the newer ones, you all know how to use the tracker, and we're just going to give you a 2-second demonstration here. And please don't write this down. In fact, don't ever write down anything that we're showing you because it's all, again, what happens on a wheel. I'm just going to put in random numbers and you'll see what's going to go down. Okay, after a certain amount of inputs, and believe me, it's not based on the last input, but a cumulative process using state-of-the-art algorithms that's going to produce a sequence of numbers, 6 to be exact in each sequence. And you're probably going to have a sequence of 4, which is 4 sets of 6 numbers. Now, in this specific demonstration, and we have quite a few videos on our website and on our YouTube channels using various techniques with the tracker, but with this specific one, we're going to show you how quickly we're going to be able to make upwards of $50 or more in, a matter of minutes. Now, in this specific demonstration, again, we just put in random numbers. You have 2 sequences that populated. What we're going to do is we're going to play these, well, not these, but we're going to reset it and do it. You're going to play the 6 numbers of each sequence. If there is a duplicate, you can actually substitute it with the number that actually came down off the wheel. Now, if that number off the wheel happens to be one of your predetermined numbers to play, then you're just going to go with what you have, and you always include a 0. Okay, if you make a mistake, you can hit undo and with your last bet, or actually your last input. If you do have any confusion, just hit reset and start over. Okay, so let's jump right in. One of the biggest things we're going to actually use is the calculator. This is a game changer. Okay, we're going to use payouts of 35 to 1. And of course, in this case, we're going to use a bankroll of 1,000 units. That could be $1,000. It could be 1,000 10-cent chips, 50-cent chips, whatever have you. Once you have a loss, you put an L, and you'll get another row where you're going to add your numbers, the number of bets. Once you have a win, you are going to click on W. You're going to actually look at your casino balance, and you're going to hit reset when you come back. Or if you continue to play, you will hit reset, put in 35 to 1 odds, put in your new bankroll, and continue the process. So, without further ado, let's jump right in and we'll get cracking. I'm going to get some numbers on a wheel. We have no idea what's going to happen, but I do want to say this one thing. And there's so many videos out there on YouTube and whatever other social platforms that show people winning hundreds and thousands of dollars in 2 seconds. The truth is a lot of it is just totally misleading. Okay, because there are table limits. Second of all, there's a lot of cutting and pasting going on, and they're showing you're just winning every spin, and 99% of the spins, that's not accurate. Okay, no one's going to win every single spin. A lot of times using this program, you're going to hit on your first spin. or your second. Many times that's going to happen. But there's going to be times that you're going to go a little deeper. You're going to have 3 or 4 misses. As long as you follow what this is saying as far as the calculator and your increments, you are going to turn a profit. So, without further ado, let's go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, if you look in the top left, you see it says 00, which means it's not even a minute yet. First thing you're going to have to do is you're going to get some numbers, okay? And once they're, we like to usually boot up the wheel by having a few numbers set in there. And once we have done that, then we'll start entering these numbers as they come up into the tracker. And when it's time and the numbers have met the algorithms, it's going to populate. Okay, as you get the numbers, I'm just showing you something right now, and then we'll continue from there. You're gonna hit reset. Okay, so the first number happens to be 14. You're gonna plug that in, and so forth. And whatever it is, we usually put one on red, one on black, because there are no numbers there. If you come to a wheel that you already have that has numbers on there, just continue from there. Okay, and that's all you need to do. And then you're going to just keep inputting numbers until they pop up. Okay, so what we like to do is just get the wheel loaded up with a bunch of numbers, and I'm going to start putting them into the tracker. And you're going to see, as you do that, you're going to get sequences of numbers. Now, we know what they are because obviously, it was built by our team. So I'm going to show you once the numbers, because I'm trying to keep this video down as low as possible as far as time, so we can have your retention. I'm going to show you how quickly. As you can see, it's only 1 minute. I know what the actual numbers are on the tracker. So once these numbers are there, to try to save time, I'm going to start just plugging them in, and you're going to see exactly what goes down. Okay, so let me just get these numbers populated on the board. If you look at the top left, it says 2 minutes. If you look at the bottom, the bankroll says 1,000. The only possible way that this can say less than 1,000 before we begin to play is if a 0 comes in. Okay, so let's get going from there. And once we get some numbers on here, we'll start playing. Okay, so we've had a bunch of numbers populated on there. As you can see, there is nothing to hide. It's only been 3 minutes. Our bankroll is still the same, and now we're going to begin to play. Now, once you are a member, you're going to have, again, use of the tracker. You're going to know exactly what to put in, and you're going to know what numbers populate. I just want you to pay attention to this time and see how quick it is. All we're trying to do is make a profit of $10 or more, and you basically would just shut it down, take a break, and come back. Okay, so without further ado, one thing you're always going to do is put a 0 in. And of course, you'll put the numbers, the amount of bets into your calculator. You'll go from there. So we're going to start with 0. Okay, your bankroll is 1,000. It's been 4 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to minus that from how long it took us to make $10 or more. Okay, so the first thing is we know what the numbers are. Okay, in other words, rather than spend another 10 minutes inputting them into the tracker, we know exactly what the numbers are. So I'm going to just put that in and just show you right away. Once you remember, you'll have no problems doing this. Okay, so let's get cracking. Okay, so we have a total of 13 numbers. We're going to put this into the calculator. As you can see, number of bets. Please pay attention to the unit amounts, okay? It says 1 unit, and I generally like to use a spinning wheel. Okay, here we go. Look at the time, okay? We're just starting at 5 minutes. So from there, minus 5 is how long it took us to make X amount of dollars with $1,000 bankroll. Okay, of course, we had a miss, and that's not a problem. We're going to continue to play. We actually know, because it's a miss, it's a loss. Again, please don't write these numbers down, because sometimes you're only going to have 12 bets. Sometimes they may be 11. Okay, and that would make a difference, because it will make a difference between you actually winning and getting off the wheel, or you continuing to play. All right, so we had another miss, and in this case, let's put this in. Okay. We want to show you just how quickly you're going to turn the profits. I mean, if you're working again for $20 an hour, we are still at 5 minutes, so we haven't even played a minute yet. If you work for $20 an hour at your job, or $30 an hour, we're certainly going to exceed that in far less time. Okay, as you can see, if you make 20 bucks an hour, you already made $20 in 1 minute. Okay, now I also do know, based on this, you can say, all right, here we go. As you can see, your profit is $20. Now I'm going to reset, put in 35 to 1, and you basically are going to walk away. Okay, it is time to just log out and take a break for at least 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, whatever makes you happy, and then come back in. Okay, there's no reason to try to break the bank all in one day, or actually in one session, I should say. Now, we know it's going to be 13. Well, in this case, I'm using 13 bets. Sometimes it may be 12 or 11, depends on the tracker. Now, let's just assume that I took a break and I came back, but I'm not. I'm trying to go after $50. We started at 5 minutes into this, so it's only been 1 minute and we're $20 ahead. Now, in this case, we know our next play, what it's going to be. Okay, that is for sure. And again, because I know the numbers, the whole idea is once you start playing, you're going to know them as well when you put them into the tracker. Okay, so we are going to start playing. Our first bet we know is 13 units, and 13 bets at 1 unit. And here we go. Okay, see how fast we're going to make $50 if we started at 5 minutes into this. So it's been 2 minutes of playtime. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, we're at 1,043 right now. Okay, which means in 2 minutes we've made $43. As you can see, so I'm going to reset that. Okay, I just want to get to 50. Okay, I mean, if your job can pay you $50 for less than 10 minutes of work, then you should have no problem making $200 or $300 per hour. Okay. Again, this is the power of the tracker. It does its job. Okay. So we are going to go with our next play. And see where it takes us. Okay. Again, this is not, I'm just trying to save some time, but when you put them into the tracker, you will know what the numbers are based on what came up. Okay. So here we go. Now it's still only 2 minutes. Now it's 3 minutes since we've been playing. Okay. And I must say, in 3 minutes, I've made $66. If you can make $66 or over $50 in 3 minutes, you're doing pretty good. Because that means you should easily make $100 a half hour. At $200 an hour, 5 hours a day is $1,000. You should be able to make, if you played for 5 days a week, $5,000 at this pace. I mean, that's only $20,000 a month. It's only $200,000 a year. That's a decision for you to make. But of course, once I made, over 50, I'm done. Okay, and then all you're going to do is you're going to hit, when you get to that point, you're going to hit reset the tracker, and of course, this is going to be a complete reset. When you come back, you put your next bankroll in. Okay, and that's all you need. Once again, please visit us at www.iprologic.com. Get the tracker. I'll show you exactly how to use it. Go out there and change your life. Okay, you can beat 1 or 2 games. You can't beat an entire round of a casino. Needs can always be met and greed will never be satisfied. But you don't deserve to win. We all want to say that. The truth behind winning is you're not deserving of winning. You have to earn it. And the only way to do it is, again, following a strategy, following the system, money management, and discipline. Hope you all have a great day.